Hey, Feliz Navidad, Shredder. I hope you're ready to learn what is perhaps the most epic Christmas song ever, Carol of the Bells. And we're talking about that insane lead guitar version of the song by Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I'm going to be breaking down this epic lead opening for you step by step, so that way you'll have quite the showstopper to play for your friends and family during this magical time of year. You'll also see some tabs on your screen to help you follow along with what I'm teaching you. So grab your axe, get some hot chalky, take a seat, and let's get ready to shred. I'm going to start by giving you a quick overview of this song so that way you feel like you're stepping into something that you kind of know what to expect in terms of skills and techniques that are required to make this song happen. So first of all, this song is in E standard tuning. Some of the more advanced techniques you'll find along the way are alternate picking and pinched harmonics. I have some separate videos dedicated to those skills, so please feel free to check those out if you feel like you're lacking in those areas. Rhythmically, this song uses a 12/8 time signature, which sounds kind of crazy, but feels pretty normal because you can almost break it up into having a 4/4 feel to it, but truly it is in 12/8 time. And to make sure you're really equipped with the right axe for the job, we will be using the 24th and the 23rd fret in the version I'll be showing you. You can kind of get by if you only have 22 frets on your guitar, which I know is pretty common. We only hit that 24th fret once, so instead of hitting that fret, because if you don't have it, you don't have it, and you've got 22 frets, you can simply use a whole step bend on the 22nd fret to hit that note that is really on the 24th fret. There's also a moment where we use the 23rd fret of the B string once. So when you see that note and you only have 22 frets, you can simply replace that note with fret 18 of the high E string. And if the frets on your guitar are fewer than 22, like let's say you've got 21 frets, you may want to consider shifting the key of this song down a whole step or so from what I'm showing you. So when I was doing my homework for this song, I noticed that there was an existing tab for it already, which was pretty helpful. But I noticed that that tab had you jumping excessively up and down the neck in ways that really seemed unnecessary to me, so I've kind of revamped this version to make it more efficient and easier to play, and in a way that makes more sense overall. I adjusted the transcription just a little bit, but you will be hitting the same exact notes just on different spots on the fretboard. And since this is a total lead guitar part, I decided to bust out the old Amped Roots Amp Sim plugin by ML SoundLab and use the Guitar Hero lead preset. It offers a nice bit of delay, which is something that makes your lead sound great and stand out. And to that point, I actually want to throw in a free Christmas present for you that can help you with all that tone stuff. It's my Elite Tones cheat sheet, and what that does is it shows you how to dial in custom amp tones to your liking. So if you're someone who's struggling with getting the sounds you're chasing after, this is definitely a tool you're going to want to check out. It also shows you how to make digital amp simulators, like the one I'm using in this lesson, sound like authentic physical amplifiers. It even has direct links to some of my favorite free amp sims. So pause this video and just click the link in the description or go to zachsharguitar.com and download this awesome free resource. Then, with killer tones in hand, come back to this lesson so you can learn how to play this epic Christmas song. Alright, so the leads of this song opens up on the 12th fret of the G string. I'm going to be hitting that note with my pinky. And then I'm going to use 2/8 notes to play frets 11 and then back to 12. So that's going to be in a down, down, up fashion. And then we're going to finish that little lick off on the 9th fret of that same G string. And you can hit that with some vibrato if you want. This tempo is kind of fast, so you can't really milk that vibrato nice and wide unless you just do like a quick little, you know, quarter step bend or something like that. You could also use that little B.B. King style bend, but quite frankly, he's the only one who could get away with bending the strings that quickly and make it sound good. See what I'm saying? That sounded kind of like garbage. So you're going to repeat that measure 4 times. So that's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 repetitions of that little down, down, up, down sequence. Not too bad, not too hard from the start, especially if you're a more intermediate player and you've got some skills under your belt already. So now we're going to jump down to the high E string, and we're going to hit that 12th fret. So we're going to hit it really 3 times, and then we're going to hit fret 10 and then fret 8 of that same string. I'll show you that one more time a little slower. And then from there, we're going to hit fret 12 of the B string, and it's going to be rhythmically similar, and the frets are actually going to be the same. So you're going to hit the 12th fret of the B string 3 times. And then you're going to hit fret 10 and then fret 8 of that same B string. So from the beginning of that little run on the high E string and then going up to where we last left off, it's going to sound like this. It's kind of sounding like the song already. So from there, we're going to follow along with that same rhythmic motif by continuing on fret 10 of the B string, and we're going to hit that 3 times. Then we're going to hit fret 12 and then back to fret 10 again, all on the B string. So from there, and then we're going to finish off on fret 9 of the G string, and it'll be a down, down, up, down fashion. So here is that whole bit I just showed you from the beginning, starting on fret 12 of the high E string. Get ready as we continue on, because this is where some big bad pinch harmonics come in, and it's a little trickier than usual when we pull them off, because we're going to be holding a pinch harmonic as we slide between different notes, and I'll show you what I mean as we get there. So we're going to continue on the D string by hitting frets 9, 11, then 13. Jumping up to the G string, we're going to be hitting frets 9, 11, and 12 on that same string. So far we've got. Now, when we go to fret 10 of the B string, that is where we hit a pinch harmonic, slide into fret 12 of that same string, and then slide back to fret 10, only picking 1 time during those 3 notes. And of course, that time you pick the note in those 3 notes, you're hitting a pinch harmonic, like I said. So it's going to look and sound like this. And then you're going to finish off on fret 12 of the G string. And that sequence repeats twice, and I'll show you what that looks like kind of slowly. And I just want to point out, when you're sliding back after that first harmonic to the 10th fret, so when you're hitting, when you return back to the 10th fret, you hold that a little longer, as you've heard when I played it through. All right, now for the finisher, okay? The epic finisher for the epic intro of this epic song. It's gonna look a little familiar at first as we continue with this, but we're gonna hit frets 9, 11, and 13 of the D string. And then we're gonna hit fret 9, 11, and 12 on the G string. And we're gonna do that one more time. So that whole measure is gonna look and sound like this. All right. Here is where we do the shift, okay? The biggest position shift that I'm gonna show you in this version of the song. So you're gonna slide up to fret 16 of the G string, and that's gonna be with your index finger, okay? And we're coming in hot on an eighth note, and we're gonna continue with eighth notes pretty much until we hit the last note in this opener. So we're gonna continue on the same G string from there by hitting frets 18 and 20. So it's gonna be like this once we slide there. And a little bonus tip for you, okay? Whenever I am doing a big jump across the neck like that, or, you know, anything that's somewhat significant in the real estate coverage, I like to, as I'm finishing up, where I am, I kind of know, like that's muscle memory at this point. So as I'm playing that, I'm already looking at my target note right here, okay? So that's where I want to be. It comes up fast. I'm looking there so that way I could go right there. All right, so we're going to continue by going up to the B string and hitting frets 17, 19, and 20. Then I'm going to use my index finger to go up to fret 19, hit that note, then hit fret 20, and then hit fret 23, which is a bit of a stretch. So from there, I'm gonna start by the first note we played on the B string at that sequence. So it's gonna look like this. So I'm gonna start from the top of this new position we're in. And again, if you've got 22 frets on your guitar, you can simply swap that note on fret 23 of the B string for fret 18 of the high E string. I just think it's easier if you've got 24 frets because picking wise, it just feels easier, at least for me at least. But, you know, even if you've got 24 frets on your guitar, you might want to consider that alternative as well. So here's where we finish it off. We're going to be going up to the high E string where we're going to hit frets 19, 21, 22. And then we're going to hit fret 24. And for that note, we're going to hold it a little longer for about a quarter note or so. Give it some epic vibrato. And of course, if you've got only 22 frets on your guitar, you could just replace the 24th fret with a whole step bend on fret 22 and give it some vibrato. Now you've learned how to play one of the most epic Christmas songs of all time. Getting used to that 12/8 time signature shouldn't take too long since it can kind of be broken down into a 4/4 feel. If you're having a hard time nailing the alternate picking and pinch harmonics needed to play the song accurately, feel free to check out my other lessons on those techniques. You could probably get by without those techniques for this song and kind of have like the skeleton of it, but having those techniques under your belt will be necessary to play this song in its truest form and other more advanced songs more fluidly and smoothly. And don't forget to grab that free Christmas gift I mentioned earlier, my Elite Tones cheat sheet, if you have not done so already. I want to make sure that you're playing with the tones that you love and that you know how to dial them in, and this tool shows you how to do just that. It also shows you how to make digital amp simulators sound like authentic physical amplifiers. Plus, it's got some direct links to some of my favorite free amp sim plugins. Those extra amp tones are just bonus Christmas gifts for you right there. So just click the link in the description or go to zachsharguitar.com and download this awesome free resource. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Zach with Zach Shar Guitar. Merry Christmas and have a safe, happy, healthy New Year. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.